Hey, it's Linda Treadway, and if I look a little frazzled, it's because I am. Today we got to spend a half day, yay, at the outpatient surgery office for Mom. So it's nothing serious, it's just one of those things. And this made me start thinking about the next subject that I could touch on until she gets to feeling better, and that is medical issues. So when it comes to the pros and cons of living together, it's really important that both sides have a very open, frank conversation about what your medical conditions are as a senior. Because, for instance, when Leroy and I moved in together, I mean, it was hard to believe, but Mom had like 10 different doctors because they just kept referring to another and another and another, trying to find out what her problems were. She was on 14 or so medications and had literally a doctor's appointment every other day. It was just overwhelming. I was working a desk job. It didn't work out. I ended up having to quit and realize that I need a job that I can do where I control my own schedule and work on my own. Real estate. So anyway, that's why I'm here, and that's been a blessing. But here's the issue that you need to think about is that as a senior, you want to make sure that the people you're moving in with, family or friends, understand exactly what you're up against. Do you require any special kind of help or assistance? How many doctors do you go to? What medications are you on? Are you capable of keeping up with your own medications? Do you drive to your own doctor's appointments now? Do you go by yourself, or do you have someone go with you that can help kind of interpret and weed your way through the medical process? So there's a lot to think on that side, and you want to make sure that you're taken care of when you move in with someone, or if a younger generation is moving in with you. Now, as the younger generation, it's important that you realize that this is going to have a monumental effect on your lifestyle. And so not everybody is a caretaker, and not everybody wants to be a caretaker, and that's okay too. So before you just decide, yes, we're going to move in together, you need to think about what kind of help do they need and what am I going to be able to provide. I will be frank that the first 2 years that we lived together was just overwhelming. And I just could not get a grip on a schedule of how to get to doctor's appointments, how to have enough time for Leroy, how to have enough time for myself. It was really overwhelming. And then finally, through painstaking time and disagreements and things, we finally all sat down and had a powwow and said, look, how about this? And we put together a plan that worked. Everybody knows the responsibilities and the boundaries, and I can truthfully say that we live happily ever after. So be sure that you have the time and the energy to help them. If their health turns for the worse and they go in the hospital, are you going to be the one that's going to be responsible for staying there and helping them? If you're too busy or if you're gone, maybe that isn't the right thing to do. So it's just you think about what is in their best interest, and they in turn need to think about what's in their best interest because they're seniors. And is this something that is just going to be too much of an effect on your life, or are you even capable of handling it? So just something to think about, another one of the 100 things that you have to deal with once you move in together. I'm Linda Treadway with eXp Realty. As soon as Mom gets recovered and recovers from this car wreck and everything else that's been going on, we're going to make another video and we're going to talk about seniors and automobiles. Talk to you soon. Thank you so much for listening, and see you shortly. Bye-bye.